Students from Mount Vernon, Gaithersburg, Whitman meet today on It's Academic. Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to It's Academic, the world's longest-running TV quiz show, produced by Altman Productions in association with David M. Rubenstein Productions.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following. MITRE, a not-for-profit research and development company working in the public interest.
What happens when the right people connect? Diversity challenges convention. Mentors inspire greatness. And passions drive innovation. From health to transportation and national security, cyber and AI, to space and back, MITRE connects the power of government, academia, and industry to meet our nation's challenges. Together, MITRE connects.
Hey, really glad you're with us today. And of course, we're going to begin where we always do, with a fast start. Guys, in this round, questions are worth 10 points up or down. The first team to buzz in gets to answer. The contestants do not see what you do on the screens at home. Here we go. What's bugging you? What's bugging you should be answers about bugs, insects, and all kinds of creepy, crawly creatures. Here we go. This NBA team is based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Whitman? Hornets it is. This insect is described as praying. Whitman?
Mantis.
Mantis is right. She wrote In the Time of the Butterflies. The answer is Julia Alvarez. These insects build huge mounds in Africa. Whitman?
Termites.
Answer.
Termites.
Yes. Composer Rimsky-Korsakov wrote The Flight of This. Yes, Mount Vernon.
Bumblebee.
Yeah. This is the phylum to which insects, spiders, and crustaceans belong. Mount Vernon.
Arachnid.
No, arthropod. This type of dung beetle was sacred in ancient Egypt. Gaithersburg. Answer?
Scarab.
Yes. A fly is named for this mythical fire-breathing creature. The answer is yes, Mount Vernon.
Dragon.
I need more.
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly. Scott Lang is in this. Sorry.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is right. In a proverb, if you lie down with dogs, you'll get up with these. Whitman.
Fleas.
Fleas is right, and that is the end of the round. Let's recap the scores. Mount Vernon, 110. Gaithersburg, 110. Whitman, 150. And now we get to meet the teams. We begin with Mount Vernon from Alexandria. And first we get to say hello to Robert. How you doing, Robert?
Pretty good.
Good. What should we know about you?
I like to play chess.
You do. Tell me why.
Well, I learned early in my life, and I've liked to play ever since.
Very good. Well, it's good to have you here. Hiya, Lorenzo.
Hey, I'm Lorenzo. I'm a senior at Mount Vernon High School, and I play viola in the Mount Vernon Chamber Orchestra.
Lovely. How long have you been doing that?
Since 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, a while.
You like chamber music?
Yeah. Playing in a small group is always pretty nice because you get to hear yourself more.
That
than
is
in a big
nice.
orchestra.
It's good to have you. Hiya, Melissa.
Hello.
What should we know about you?
My name is Melissa. I'm a junior at Mount Vernon High School, and I like to play tennis with my friends in my spare time.
Are you on the tennis team or just for fun?
No, I just do it for fun.
Yeah. All right, guys, here we go. First question. Repent agony now. You can eliminate agony by finding in this phrase the name of what building that houses the Defense Department.
Final answer, Pentagon.
Yeah. Molybdenum, oxygen, selenium. Combine the chemical symbols for these elements and you'll name what animal whose bull was a symbol for Teddy Roosevelt.
Bull.
Answer? In 3, 2, 1.
Raging?
Nope, the answer is moose, full moose. Good night, blank prince. Parting is such blank sorrow. What same word would you place in the blanks to complete these quotations from Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet?
Defer to Robert.
Sweet.
Yes, sweet. Barcodes, jet engine, Game Boy. Listed here are 3 inventions. Please put them in chronological order.
Jet engine, barcodes, and the keyboard. Final answer, jet engine, barcodes, and then Game Boy.
Yeah, you got it. Swift of foot. In the Iliad, Homer often used this phrase to describe what Greek warrior whose swiftness wasn't enough to protect his vulnerable heel?
Defer.
Yeah?
Achilles.
Yeah, you got-
Achilles.
Yeah, very good. Nicely done. Mount Vernon, 190 points. Over to Gaithersburg High School from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Paria, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Paria. I'm a junior at Gaithersburg High School, and I'm part of the Gaithersburg Symphonic Orchestra and Flagline.
And what are you doing in orchestra?
I play violin and piano.
Lovely. And piano. Do you prefer one over the other?
Not really.
All right. Great to have you. Hello, Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I am a part of the Gaithersburg Marching Band. I'm actually the band captain,
Uh-huh.
which is pretty fun and awesome. We just finished our season this last Friday.
Is it a big responsibility being captain of the
Yeah,
team?
it's pretty big.
Good to have you, Ian. Hi, you, Natalie.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm a junior at Gaithersburg High School, and I'm on the varsity swim team.
Great. How long have you been doing that?
I've been swimming since I was little, like as long as I can remember. The team is just a great environment. I get to meet lots of new people. Swimming is just fun for me. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, here's your first question. A live insect. Hidden in this phrase is what type of blood vessel that carries blood back to the heart?
Vein,
Yes. Titanium, boron, erbium. Combine the chemical symbols for these three elements and you'll spell the name of what river that flows through Rome.
Tiber,
Yeah. Charles Evans, blank, Langston, blank. What same last name is shared by a former Supreme Court Chief Justice and the Harlem Renaissance poet who wrote The Weary Blues?
Hughes,
Yep, that's it. Clarinet, tuba, piccolo. Here you have three musical instruments. Please arrange them by size, beginning with the smallest.
the smallest is piccolo, and clarinet, and tuba.
The big one, yeah. That inland briny sea. This was a 19th century traveler's description of what largest Utah lake?
Salt Lake,
Great Salt Lake, yeah. Gaithersburg, 210 points. Nice, guys. And now to the gentleman from Whitman High School in Bethesda. Hey, Harrison, good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm Harrison Wally. I'm a senior at Walt Whitman High School, and when I'm not doing Quiz Bowl, I do public forum debate.
So what do you like about doing debate?
I like the skills that it gives me. I also like the connections that you can meet people all across the nation who are going to tournaments.
Is there a particular topic you're working on?
Right now, it's about whether the U.S. federal government should forgive all federal student loan debt, which is really fascinating.
Right, and significant for students?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Harrison. Hello, Gabe.
Hi, I'm Gabe Shanoff. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and in my free time, I like playing squash and the guitar.
Oh, fabulous. Tell me what you like to do on the guitar.
I like playing electric guitar, like mostly rock songs, and yeah, just learning a lot of new songs and solos. Yeah.
Great to have you. Hello, Gavin.
Hi, I'm Gavin Evans. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I really like to watch football in my free time.
Who's your favorite team?
The Eagles.
The Eagles, not the Commanders.
No, not the Commanders.
Here we go, guys. The Golden Verses. Hidden here in this phrase is the name of what mile-high city, the capital of Colorado?
Denver.
Yes. Sulfur, aluminum, potassium. Combine the chemical symbols for these elements, and you can name what doctor who, with Albert Sabin, developed a polio vaccine in the 1950s.
Salk.
Yes. The Blank of Chillon, Harry Potter, and the Blank of Azkaban, to complete titles by Lord Byron and J.K. Rowling. Add what same word to these literary works?
Prisoner.
Yes. Arizona, Michigan, New York. These three states are listed alphabetically. Please arrange them in the order in which they joined the Union, starting with the earliest.
New York, Michigan, Arizona.
That's it. An unjust law is not law at all. This was the statement of what civil rights leader murdered in Memphis in 1968.
I'm okay.
Yes, it was. Whitman, nice job. 250 points, and that does it for the mix and match round. We have the picture perfect round next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
It is time for the Picture Perfect round. And of course, in this round, guys, questions are worth 20 points up or down. Once again, the first team to buzz in gets to answer. But before I ask those questions, let's recap the scores. Mount Vernon, 190 points. Gaithersburg, 210 points. Whitman, 250 points. And now, may I begin? Here we go. First question. Manatees were mistaken by Christopher Columbus for what legendary creatures? Yes, Mount
Mermaid?
Vernon. Mermaid is right. The red square on this chart covers what?
Helium.
Whitman. Helium is correct. These flowers can be seen in what West Indies country where Kingston is capital? Yes, Whitman.
Jamaica.
Jamaica's right. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer. Yes, Whitman.
16.
16 is correct. This is the crown and imperial cross of what religiously named European empire that lasted until 1800. Whitman.
Holy Roman Empire.
Holy Roman is right. I need physics more than friends. These were the words of what American physicists who directed the Manhattan Project? Whitman.
Oppenheimer.
Yes, it was Oppenheimer. Popularly called Here Comes the Bride. This is from the opera Lohengrin by what German composer noted for? Whitman?
Wagner.
Wagner is correct. Although Shakespeare describes Othello as the Moor of Venice, most of that play takes place on what Mediterranean island where Nicosia is capital? Yes, Gaithersburg.
Cyprus.
Cyprus is right, and that does it for the Picture Perfect round. So now we get to meet the coaches and administrators who help these students get here on HITS Academic and prepare for ITS Academic. First, we bring it over to Mount Vernon and Lorenzo. So Lorenzo, who's with you?
So we have our coach, Miss Gosling. She also teaches physics at Mount Vernon. I had her in my junior year.
Yeah, is she a good teacher?
Yeah, yeah. Learned a lot in her class.
So how does she coach you guys?
So she did a lot of research on like coaching methods. So we practice with flashcards. We do scrimmages against one another. And we also just do just quizzing each other. It's
Fun?
really fun.
It's fun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's really good to have you and, of course, her. Gaithersburg, tell us who's with you, Ian.
Our coach today is Mr. Richter. He is a biology teacher and he also teaches medical interventions.
Wow.
Yep. So he is a great captain. We meet almost every day and we go over questions. We bring out buzzers and stuff and we practice with each other and it's a lot of fun.
And you better not blow the biology questions.
Yeah.
Okay, it's great to have him with us. And over to Gabe from Whitman.
We have our amazing coach, Mr. Negrin. He's an English teacher at Whitman. And then we also have our awesome principal, Dr. Dodd. We're very appreciative for him coming all the way out here today.
So tell me about your coach.
He's really a great coach. It's his first year, and he's done a great job kind of stepping up and being a great coach and helping us prepare. We practice mainly by just playing games against each other, doing like practice trivia rounds, and yeah, he's done a great job this year so far.
All right, well, we're very happy to have all the coaches and principals with us, and now we can begin the packet round. So by now, I'm sure everybody knows how the packet round works. We have these three lovely packets in blue, or maybe it's a teal, I can't quite tell. Anyway, Mount Vernon gets to answer questions first. Gaithersburg, you get to choose which packet they answer questions from.
Let's go with 3.
3. So questions in this round are worth 20 points. Nothing off for a wrong answer. And if you get all the questions right, there's a 25-point bonus. First question. Don't tread on me were the words that appeared on several early American flags that featured what reptile?
Snake.
Snake it is. Data collected by NASA suggests it is unlikely that what planet fourth from the sun ever had a warm, balmy climate and was, as was once believed?
Mars.
Yes. March 11th, 1942. General Douglas MacArthur made his famous promise to return to what Pacific island nation whose capital is Manila?
The Philippines.
Yeah, here's your science question. Increases, decreases, remains constant. In a free-fall experiment in a vacuum, the acceleration of the falling body does which of these?
Remains constant.
Yes. The same day the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, January 1, 1863, also saw the first claim filed under what act that gave land to settlers?
Homestead.
That is right. Juan Carlos Onetti, a novelist from Uruguay, based his writing style on that of what U.S. author whose works include The Sound and the Fury? Answer? Give me something.
Hemingway.
Faulkner. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer. Answer?
10.
Yep, that's it. What 15th century Italian-born explorer's discovery of Newfoundland enabled England to claim territory in North America? Answer in 3, 2, 1.
Lawrence.
Nope, the answer is John Cabot. But nicely done, Mount Vernon, 330 points. Okay, we've got packet number 2 or packet number 1 for Gaithersburg.
Packet number 1.
Packet number 1. Humans aren't the only ones that throw things when they get angry. So do one species of what 8-armed aquatic creatures that will sling shells and silt when annoyed.
Octopus?
Yeah, that's it. In 2014, a 25-cent coin picturing a snowy egret honored the wildlife in what Florida National Park?
Everglades?
Yeah. The rock that Spain would like to own is not a precious gem, but rather what British territory near the tip of the Iberian Peninsula?
Gibraltar?
Correct. Here's your science question. Hormones, enzymes, carbohydrates. Substances such as lipase and maltase are described as which of these?
Carbohydrates?
No, it's enzymes. The Bursa was a mighty fortress overlooking what North African city-state that fought Rome in the Punic Wars?
Carthage?
Yeah. 19th century naturalist Henry Thoreau might be surprised to learn of a video game based on his years at what Massachusetts pond?
Walden?
Yep, here's your math question. Taking positive roots, what is the value of this expression?
107?
Correct. The first wheat crop in America was planted in 1521 by Juan Carrido, one of 200 Africans accompanying what Spanish conquistador who defeated Montezuma? Answer in 3, 2, 1. It is Hernando Cortés. Nicely done, Gaithersburg, 350 points. And now, packet number 2 for Whitman. Guys, 5 Quarts is the title of a book about what substance which people donate by the pint to the Red Cross?
Blood.
Yes. New York City is no longer called New Amsterdam, but there's still a New Amsterdam in what Midwestern state whose capital is Madison?
Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Yes. Researchers were delighted in 2016 when dinosaur bones were discovered near what highest U.S. mountain?
McKinley.
Yep. Here's your science question. Neutrons, electrons, quarks. When the filament of a vacuum tube is heated, which of these particles is emitted?
Electrons.
Yes, it is electrons. A plan to establish the first schools for girls in Russia was one project of what 18th century woman who became ruler of Russia and was called the Great?
Catherine.
Correct. Told from the perspective of the character Edward Cullen, the novel Midnight Sun is by what author of the Twilight series?
Roth.
It's Stephanie Meyer. Here's your math question. To what power of y is this expression equal?
7th.
Yeah. In Gabriel Garcia Marquez's novel, The General in His Labyrinth, the title character is what 19th century South American hero known as the Liberator?
Bolivar.
Bolivar is right. Whitman, nice job, 510 points. That does it for the packet round. You know what's coming up next, the Brad Back. Stick around.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know that Robert has been a popular name for American boys for over 200 years, but there has never been a U.S. president named Robert? I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
And now it's time for... Yes! In this round, questions are worth 20 points up or down. Some of those questions are going to be on your monitors. And guys, you know, anything can happen, so let's do it. 2012 marked the 50th anniversary of the creation of what superhero who'd been bitten by a radioactive Whitman?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. High-energy protons and electrons make up what radiation belts located outside the Earth's atmosphere and named for an American astrophysicist? Nobody? Nobody? The answer is Van Allen. Food selection was limited aboard Columbus's 3 ships, but they did carry limes and what citrus fruit whose varieties include Valencia and Navel. Yes, Whitman?
Oranges.
Yeah. On your screens. This is what man who died in 1500 when his ship sank in a storm off the Cape of Good Hope, which he had reached and named Whitman?
Da Gama.
No, Diaz. Although their exact number is not known. The Thousand Islands are a feature of what river that separates Canada and New York State? Nobody? I've seen belugas in it, the St. Lawrence River or Seaway. What man, the first full admiral in the U.S. Navy, sailed into history when he won the 1864 Battle of Mobile Bay? It is Farragut. How many grams are there in 4,000 kilograms? Yes, Whitman?
4. Or no, 4
million.
4 million.
It's 4 million, yes, on your screens. I am responsible only to God and history. This was the boast of what Spanish dictator in power from Whitman?
Franco.
It is Franco. A full-length painting of George Washington in the White House was the work of what artist whose unfinished portrait of Washington adorns our $1 bills? No? The answer is Gilbert Stuart. Choice. The time rate of change of momentum is called energy, force, or angular velocity. The answer is force. In 1837, what has been called a Declaration of Intellectual Independence was presented by what New England author of the essay Self-Reliance? Guys, Ralph Waldo Emerson on your screens. This is what historic 33-mile-long mountain pass linking Pakistan with Afghanistan? Gaithersburg.
Khyber Pass?
Yeah, you've got it. North Carolina is one of several states to have towns named for what inventor who devised a converter to process iron into steel? Yes.
Bessemer?
Bessemer is right, Gaithersburg. Queen Victoria took singing lessons from, and there's the buzzer. That does it for the game. The coaches are looking over the scores, and we'll have the official results in just a moment. Stay with us.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Many students are getting involved in their communities in important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
Hi, my name is Caroline Sereni. I'm currently a senior at Holton Arms, and I'm also one of 2 youth group leaders at Our Lady of the Visitation Parish in Darnestown, Maryland. And part of my job includes doing fun community activities for the teens, and also learning more about the faith, doing discussions. But my favorite thing that we do is organizing service projects. Last week, we put together over 200 blessing bags, which have resources for homeless people. And we also organized a letter writing campaign for senior members of the parish who aren't able to leave their house. And this work is really important for me because I feel so much more grounded in myself, in my faith, in my community, when I'm able to help the people who've helped me so much.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official. We begin with Mount Vernon High School from Alexandria. Robert, Lorenzo, Melissa, 330 points. From Gaithersburg, Maryland, Gaithersburg High School, Paria, Ian, Natalie, 390 points. And coming back for the playoffs, Whitman from Bethesda, Harrison, Gabe, and Gavin, great job, 570 points. Stick around because we are coming back in just a minute.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: MITRE, a not-for-profit research and development company working in the public interest.
What happens when the right people connect? Diversity challenges convention. Mentors inspire greatness. And passions drive innovation. From health to transportation and national security, cyber and AI, to space and back, MITRE connects the power of government, academia, and industry to meet our nation's challenges. Together, MITRE connects.
Hey, we want to thank you so much for being here on another game of It's Academic. I'm Hillary Howard. See you next time. Bye, everybody. Say bye, everybody. Bye.